Hi guys, and welcome to this evening's race on NR2003, the start of the race. As you can see, we are at Daytona Beach today for the first round of the Piston Cup Season 2 of the Piston Cup. Hello Magnus, how are you this evening? So, let's walk you through the drivers, shall we? Some of them haven't shown up by the looks of things for some odd reason, but that's nothing to worry about. It's all cool. Don't worry about that. But all we do know is we've got Mulvhill on pole position. Now, the holder, Ryan Shields, the current champion, retired, as did Strip Weathers, the king, and so did Chick Hicks, and other drivers have also retired from last season. So we have a new bunch of cars, and as you can see in that list, there's a few of the legends are still there, but there's also a lot of rookies. Who is at the back for the rookies? It is Comet. He is at the back with Miller, Highbanks, Clutchen, Kargas, Truncan, Roadages, Revler, Gearings, Cables, Locke, Tankson, and so on. We have a lovely little roundup of cars, but without further ado, let's get into the race.
Drivers, start your engines.
Hi Magnus, not sure what you mean, who you found the mod. That doesn't make any sense. I'm guessing you mean how did I find the mod. Well, it was out there. It's on Stuonod, and but I did put the eyes in myself. I customised the eyes. I did that personally. So we are on the customary pace lap before the start of the race. That sand is pretty white, I've got to say. I hope you brought your flip-flops and your deck chairs and also your spades. Maybe we'll make some sand castles later as they come around the first turn, showing off to the crowd for the first time this season of 16 races this year. 26 last year. They've cut it down due to funding issues. We are now in the green. And we are off. The green flag has raised and we are off, guys, for round 1 of the Piston Cup. How you doing, Guy? How are you doing? As you can see, the race has started and we have Mulvhill at the front of the grid or front of the race. Whoa, and it looks like Leadfoot then nearly stacked it into the wall as Lightning McQueen is in the middle of that bunch. Ponchy Wipeout over there, all having a good race so far as they come down the beach straight. You'll have to forgive me, this track is very large, so sometimes you do miss a few accidents here and there. As they all come down the first straight to complete lap 1. Let's hope they all get round this corner relatively safe. The front bunch do. Let's hope everyone else gets through it, and it looks like they do as we start lap 2 of the Piston Cup with Darren Leadfoot currently leading this race. The Piston Cup is one of my favourites of the season, as Leadfoot's getting a little bit of a bump up the back there from Mulvhill, but it pushes him along, makes it a little bit easier for him to get around as they all come down the front straight. Bit of dust poking up there is Cal Weathers, the new rookie, one of the new rookies, one of many new rookies this season. You'll see a lot of dust on this track. It's just beach dust, of course, so don't panic too much. If we miss anything, I will try and replay it as they come around that first turn. Very, very dangerous turn there at Daytona Beach as they come around to start lap 3 of 40. Leadfoot currently still in the lead, doing very well and very strong. So will any rookies this year pull their finger out and make a move and maybe go for the championship? Is that something that may happen in this current season, or will it be one of the old guard who win the season, as Ryan Shields is not around to defend his championship? Unfortunately, he is retired. He is here today watching on, but he is doing his thing and keeping a distance, as they say. Let's have a look at the official standings. As you can see, we have Darren Leadfoot in first place, Ralph Carlo in second, and we also have Floyd Mulvhill in third. Lightning McQueen is in fourth, finished fifth last season if I remember rightly. Where is Cal Weathers? Cal Weathers is down in 22nd. His team principal this year is obviously his uncle, the King. The King is put him in this position. Very, very lucky to get a drive, Cal Weathers, as they go 3 wide round the first bend. They take Leadfoot off the lead, and it looks like we now have the car 117 now running this race. Ralph Carlo now in the lead, who had a good season last year, hopefully looking to go one better this time round and win the championship. So far, so good. No issues on the track. No cautions as of yet. But up the front, we do have a massive pack, and they are sticking together. They are mainly full of legends. A couple of rookies in there, but no Cal Weathers. But it is his first full-time race of the season, so you've got to forgive him for that. There's lots of time. We have 40 laps in this race, 36 to go. There is a long way to go on this beach race, the hardest race of the Piston Cup season, due to the fact that they use tarmac and sand. So it's very, very dangerous track, very dangerous, and these guys are well trained to be here. As you can see, when they brake, a lot of the sand comes up, floats in the air, must cause horrendous visibility problems. As you can see, the sand is already getting on the road there. But the guys are well trained in this track and carry on very strongly. No cautions as of yet. Lap 5 of the Piston Cup first round is going very, very smoothly. So Floyd in the gas spring car retakes the lead. You can see Bobby Swift in there as well. Lightning McQueen just behind Ponchy Wipeout. Darren Leadfoot there, and there's a bit of dust again. Must put you off a little bit when you're racing at these speeds, especially down here. What they're doing, 160. They will probably eventually reach 180 by the time they get to that first turn. Ralph Carlo now coming in on the inside, hopefully trying to get to that first place as they slow down. Coming into turn 1 of this track, well, turn 4 going into turn 1 you could say, or is it turn 4 going into turn 1? Lap 6 begins, and we have Mulvhill at the front doing very well today, hopefully looking to win a championship. Not won a championship for a long, long time, about 10 years, I believe. Last season we had Lightning McQueen making a comeback during the halfway point of the season. Had a bad start, as did the King and Chick. But Chick stayed in the top 10 all season, just couldn't manage to get a win. Oh, and Darren Leadfoot nearly crashing into Mulvhill and Ralph Carlo, nearly taking both cars out of the race. Very, very close. As I was saying, Lightning McQueen had a very slow start last season, but finished on an amazing high. I'm sure he come 5th, which was not bad considering the first 6 races of the season he was down at the bottom of the table. So this season he's going to want to start strongly and go for the championship, as there is a rumour on the horizon that these cars will no longer be useful to the Piston Cup, and there is a rumour that there are newer cars being built, next gen cars they are being called. Whether that's true we don't know, but we will, I'm sure, find out during the season. And there was a little bit of a bump then. Oh, McQueen and Leadfoot and Carlo all going wide there. Could have been a major accident, but it's given Mulvhill the chance to move on and make a bit of space between them and this pact. As they come down the beach front, obviously on the lookout for anyone sunbathing, of course, or making sandcastles. That would be the worst thing to happen, but they do clear this beach very early in the morning of all sorts of people and keep it clear for the rest of the day. As we have a crash in the background, we may have a yellow flag. Keep a lookout for the starter. Yes, we do. We have a yellow flag. Let's go back and have a look at what happened. It looks like it was a Buck Baringly who crashed out there. Let's have a look from this angle. Yep, Gasket's car hit him. A lot of stuff all over the floor. Buck Baringly spinning out. Fortunately, he managed to not take anyone else out of the race, but he will definitely be going into the pits, that is for sure. Let's go back and watch that again. Let's see if we can get a close-up view. Yeah, not good at all for Buck Baringly there. Not good at all. But he is in the pace lineup, so he's not too bad off. But the 76 car, the bonnet of the 76 car is not looking pretty, I will say. As we go to the back of the grid, we are with the number, where is the number 54 car? There it is. Who is at the back of the grid? There is Mr. Pace Car flashing his lights. We are orange today. Many colours this season for the pace car. We are orange today. Anyone pull out of the race after that? Nope. We still have Highbanks at the back. Krankzler, Clutchen and Locke. Buck Baringly still in 30th after that little spin. So that's not too bad. He was around mid-table, but he's dropped down to 30th. At least it's not last. As we go to the front of the grid, we can see the top 5 is the iCar, Wipeout, Leadfoot, Carlo and Mulvhill. That top 10 mainly made up of legends. Not many rookies are in that group, as it looks like the guys are, well, a few of the guys are coming into the pits. Some aren't, some are. Hopefully getting some new tyres and some fuel while they can. So the issue of qualifying on pole is your pit stop is at the front of the pit lane. So you do go in last, but usually like that you get out before everyone else, because you usually have the quickest guys in that pit stop who are well trained in doing this sort of thing, as they now chase down the pace car to catch back up. Floyd now down in 5th place due to them pits. So as I said, the pace car in orange today. Could be black, could be white, could be yellow. They have a full choice of 10 pace cars this season over 16 races. How many choices will they choose? Will they just stick with the orange? These guys make that decision, and I'm sure they'll make the right one. As it looks like we've got a few more cars at the back going into the pits. Cal Weathers doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe the King is having a word with him, telling him to keep them tyres warm, maybe. As the pace car comes around, will we go again, or will he turn them lights off? And will we restart on lap number 10, maybe? Nope, we are going around for one more lap, I believe, as the pace car finally turned their lights off. No, so we could end up going again. And the guys that went in the pits are now chasing down the pace car. Well, one of them is. I guess the others are already caught up. I'm sure we will restart this race on lap 11. No need for the pace car anymore. But again, it is up to the track marshal. If you've just joined us, we are on a yellow caution after Buck barely had a bit of a spin out with a couple of other cars. Nothing major, still in the race. We are still with 35 cars lined up, and we hopefully are going to be restarting on lap 11, I believe. Starting to wonder when these lights will go off the pace car and we can get racing again. 30 laps to go, not very long. We have been running for 31 minutes, 29 minutes race time, 31 minutes live stream time. Will the lights go off? No, we are going around again. The pace car wants to go round again. I do apologise, audience, but they're playing it safe today. We are on a beach, and we do have to be careful with sand getting into the wrong places in them cars. I'm sure you've been on the beach and got sand in the wrong parts of your body, and you can imagine what it would be like for a car. Getting it in their carburetors maybe. As the back Marcus catch up. I do believe that this will be the last pace lap. As you can see all the cars, let's go through them. So there is Dud Throttleman, Yardley, Truncan, Mulvhill, Floyd obviously, Ralph Carlo, Darren Leadfoot, Ponchy Wipeout. There is McQueen in 9th, Marcus is down in 10th, Gearson, Meeker, Kargas. There is Roadtesta, a rookie, Tankson, Blinker in Comet, he started at the back, doing very well in 16th. iCar, very bad pit stop from him. There's Krankzler, Gearings, Rodcap. There's Draftsky, Castlenut, Clutchburn, that's Murray Clutchburn, Bobby Swift. There's Jack DePost. There is Cal Weathers in the 42 Dino car. There is Cables, Jimmy Cables, Roadages, who's got a bad front. I think that was due to the crash with Buck Bearingley. There is Buck Bearingley himself. He looks better than what the car in front did. And there's Rex Revler and Highbanks at the back. He was involved in that crash and he looks pretty in a bad shape as well. There is Brakeston, Miller, and there is the pace car. So let's hope the pace car goes in now, as the guys that went in the pits are trying to catch up before the pace car goes in. We have been on pace laps for about 4 laps. This is a very big track, it's 4 miles long, so you can imagine we do have long pace laps. But didn't expect it to be this long, considering it was just a spin out. It wasn't anything major. Maybe there was oil that needed cleaning up, but they did spin on sand, so I can't imagine why. Keep an eye on that pace car and his lights. We hope he goes in this time. Keep an eye. Let's have a look. Will he go in? I don't think so. I think he's carrying on. We are carrying on for another pace lap. And they're off. The lights are off. We will restart this race on lap 13. So we will turn off the yellow flag and be prepared for the green flag as the pace car flies in to the pits. The green flag will fly and we will get restarted and reacquainted with this race as the guys come down the front straight, or the back straight I should say, the beach straight of this track. Will number 34 manage to keep hold of that lead? D'Agostino, one of the legends, he's been around a long time, and he crashes into number 68. What happened there? As he goes into the pits at the last minute, he goes into the pits, smashes into the number 68 car. Not good at all. As we go to Ed Truncan. What was that about? What was that crash? Why did he do that for a start? D'Agostino, he is old. Maybe he's getting a bit of the old, don't know, the memory loss maybe. As we come round the first corner, the first turn to restart this race, we'll have a green flag and we will restart. And we have a green, and they are back off. Darren Leadfoot will want to get back to the front of the grid, and they are off. Cracking restart for a lot of the drivers there. Ponchy Wipeout, Lightning McQueen, not good restart for him. Darren Leadfoot, the number 82 in Shiny Wax car, trying to get back to the front of the grid. Mulvhill, who started on pole, looking to get back in the front as we look like we have another crash. And it looks like it's Lightning McQueen and Ponchy Wipeout. Looks like Lightning McQueen is out, crashing down the side there. Do we have another yellow flag? Let's hope not, as the cars go back round to the track. I'm sure there will be a notification of if we have a yellow flag or not. Let's take a look. No, we are to continue the race. Lightning McQueen spins out with Ponchy Wipeout. The race continues as they go down at the back straight, the beach straight as we like to call it here. Mulvhill is leading this race. Great movement there, defending that position really well, Mulvhill, as we come down the front straight to start lap 15. No pace car, which is good. Lap 14 of this race. We don't want any more pace cars. We want a clean race. Lightning McQueen will not be happy with what just happened, but he will have to deal with it and move on and catch up with these front runners who seem to be stuck up the front here. No issues at all. One of these will win it. I'm definitely sure of it. And Mulvhill is definitely the favourite at the moment. Darren Leadfoot there was looking to make a move but decided not. It's getting bumped at the back by the number 68 as Mulvhill goes a little bit wide there, and we missed something at the back. No, we didn't. They're going 5 wide at the back as the front runners spread out away from the back markers as they come down the beach straight, trying to make up some speed to get away from that group. As we have 2 cars that have conked out there on the side, look like they are having issues. Let's have a look. As you can see, it looks like there's definitely issues with these cars. This is Truncan, and behind him we have Brick Yardley, both now out of the race surely. And it looks like we have the pace car out again due to them cars stopping. Let's take a look. Yep, it definitely would have been for them cars stopping. Nothing else has happened that I can see. The yellow flag is out. We need to put that out. Green flag is not out. As they come round all nice and smooth, no issues at all. Looks like it was the cars that are stopping that have caused the yellow flag. So lap 15, and we've not got very far since the last time the pace car was out. Unfortunately, we are having a lot of pace cars, a lot of cautions today over the littlest of things. The problem with this track is the littlest of thing can cause a lot of issues due to being on a sand road tarmac track. Retired is Locke and Clutchen, both out of the race now. Truncan, Yardley, Miller and Brakeston all a lap behind Throttleman, 1 minute 21. Not good at all for him. As we change the view there, Darren Leadfoot still leading this race. Happily leading this race. Wants to win the first race of the season. Looks like the guys are going in for another pit stop. Doing it while they can. They might as well, as we are on a caution. Darren Leadfoot going in again, leading the pack. As others stay out, they will probably go in at another time. Lightning McQueen spinning out with Ponchy Wipeout has moved him to the back part of the grid. As they come in, trying to get some speedy pit stops. Maybe new tyres, maybe some fuel. What a great pit stop by Todd Marcus. Out quick as he went in. Absolutely fantastic, but he is not leading the race. It is the number 76 car, I believe, who's leading this race, or is it the number 68 car? Who is leading this race? Is it Brakeston? Phil Brakeston, the rookie. Is he actually leading this race? And could that make a huge difference to how this race pans out now? I don't think he is. I do think it is the number 76 car, Roadages. Or Roadages, is it? Roadages? He is now leading this race as the others all catch up. Mulvhill there, flying down there, trying to catch up with these guys. Looks like we are going to have a long caution again, guys. A long caution. Be prepared. 70 mile per hour caution. We are on lap 16. I've got to say, I thought this race was going to be a lot more exciting than it's been. It's been very, very slow. Very disappointed with this race this season. I've got to say, very, very slow. Not much going on. The accidents that have happened are not major. The first one with Buck Burnley was very, very small. And then Lightning McQueen's spin didn't even get a caution. And then two cars pull out of the race and just pulling up on the side, and the yellow flag comes out. So the yellow flag's been brought out, I believe, once for the wrong reason and not for the right reason. So we track marshals will be having talks this evening about that. This race doesn't seem to have got going yet. We seem to be still behind, if you know what I mean. I feel like this race needs a bit of an oomph to it. There's no kick, and I'm sort of starting to wonder if the cars are all being more careful, as it's the first race of the season, and they don't want to push too hard just yet. Or is it the fact that it is the track and it's a sand to tarmac track, or asphalt as it's called? Perhaps it's causing the cars issues. Maybe that's why they've come in the pits so often, to sort issues out, as the front two go into the pit. 76 vinyl toupe catches up with the pace car. I've also got to say, I'm surprised by how long the pace car is staying out. It's surprising considering how big this track is. It's a 4-mile round track, so you know the pace car is staying out for at least 4 laps. That's 16 miles of caution, which I believe is quite a lot, really. Not much is going on in the chat window. Magnus is here, the guy is here. Not sure who else is watching. We've got 3 watchers, but not much is going on in the chat this evening. I did a stream earlier where a lot of the crew, a lot of the guys turned up for a catch-up, Saturday catch-up. And I'm sure they will pop in and check in tomorrow. It's Saturday afternoon where Brian is, and it's probably about 10:30 in Holland, where Angus is. And I do believe he is on a date this evening, so good luck to him. So this is the original Daytona Beach track. It was officially opened in 1949, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. But I believe it was where they started racing NASCAR. And then, of course, things changed over the years and the official Daytona track opened, and they decided that beach racing was not the way forward, and it sort of stopped, and now we don't have it in real life. We have the Daytona 500, which is a safer, more friendly environment for the cars and the people, and for for the beach itself. It can't have been good, all that oil and fuel all over the beach at the end of the race, and rubber, especially with crashes, and glass and metal and all sorts of things. Not glass as such, but especially metal, and especially from the old days. But these cars have brought it back. They've come down to the beach for a day. Not only are they playing sandcastles, they're also racing extremely slowly today. They seem to, as I said earlier, they don't seem to have really made a start in this race. Very, very slow. I feel it's a very slow race today, as we're on lap 17 and we've spent most of this race on cautions. So currently we are racing at 50 minutes into this race. Looks like the pace car is going to go round again. Not sure when we will restart this race, so do bear with us. We are on lap 18. We may start on lap 20. So don't forget, we have the round 2 of the Formula 1 World Championship tomorrow night from 9 PM, where we take a visit to Bahrain. Yes, Bahrain for round 2 of the Formula 1 World Championship. Hamilton winning last time out. It's on my channel if you want to re-watch and catch up. Go check it out. It was a good race, a very good race, and I think only 11 cars finished, I believe. So the pace car has turned his lights off. We all know what that means. The yellow flag has gone in. The caution is now over and we will be going back to green on lap 20. So it looks like the RPM car has got a bit of a problem with his bonnet there. And the number 76 car's missing a bonnet, so they look like they've been in the wars, but I'm going to be honest, the crashes don't are not as big as what you would expect from that damage there. Maybe the new cars for this season are not as strong as the old cars, maybe. So now would be a good time to put your feet back up, get your cup of coffee or your beer or whatever you are drinking this evening, and preparing to restart this race. I hope you're all staying safe, staying inside, staying away from all the palaver that's going on outside, and keeping yourself at harm's length. So yellow flag officially goes in, and we will restart this race as we have a double cars coming down the beach straight there on the caution. Double restart. You can see Bobby Swift, Mulvhill, Leadfoot, Ponchy Wipeout. There's a few famous faces in that lineup today. We are looking for a green flag. Once we get that green flag, we will be very, very happy indeed. When this green flag drops, we will be running at well, just under an hour, 56 minutes. The time we get to lap 20, it's taken us an hour to get to lap 20, and I think we've only raced about 7 laps in total. The rest of it has been on cautions, and the green flag will come out and we will start this race. Green flag is out and they are off. Great start by the guys as the front pack already moves ahead. As you can see, the iCar looking to go on the sand to make a move this time, pushing his way to the front hopefully. But the number 76 car looks like he's backed off a bit as we got Leadfoot up there, and it looks like, as I can see, it looks very, very close to that RPM car. There is Cow at the back. And look at this, look at this. It looks like we're going to have another yellow flag. We are going to have another yellow flag by the looks of things. What will that mean as this car comes out into the road? We have a major crash, guys. Major, major crash. Yellow flag is out again on lap 20. We are back to yellow. Unfortunately, I do not control these cars and we are back on a yellow. Let's take a look at that and see what happened. That was a pretty swift crash as it started, by the looks of things, by the number 54 car. I think it was the number, was it number 64? Is it number 64? Let's take a look. Let's press play and see what happens. Yep, 64 goes into the fence, spins around, going the wrong direction, and then bang, yes, Ponchy Wipeout is involved, as well as Lightning McQueen and Cal Weathers, who gets a car on his roof. Ouch. Not good at all. That was Miller in the 64 car. The rookie is not going to be impressed with that. Let's watch it from this angle, as we are on a caution. We've got time to, as we know. Look at that, the RPM car very, very smashed up and just minding his own business. Wow, he could have avoided that. Cal could not have avoided that. What a crash, as Lightning McQueen does not look happy. Or does this 0-0 car here. Wow, that was not good. Let's take a look at the car of, let's have a look. It's the car of Jimmy Cables. Let's go to Jimmy Cables and watch what happened. He's just driving along. He probably could have avoided this, you know. You think about it. Look, look, bang. Yeah, see, he could have avoided that, but he decided not to. Perhaps he wants to go home and have his dinner, maybe. Let's go to Cal Weathers. Let's get the rear view. 166 down here, 67. Very, very fast. And then all of a sudden, he gets a car right in front of him on top. Ouch. That is gonna hurt. That is going to hurt. There's Lightning McQueen. Wow. He is really messed up now. Look at that. It was a nice looking car. And all of a sudden, things go all wrong. No time to move. You start seeing smoke and then bang. He hits Cal. And it's game over. I believe it will be game over for that car. So let's go to Darren Leadfoot, who's at the front of the pace lap. Let's go and have a look then. So Cal Weathers is out, Ponchy Wipeout is out, Lightning McQueen is out, Jimmy Cables is out as well. As you can see, doesn't leave many cars left. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars out of this race. Out of 35, it leaves 23 cars left in this race. We are on a caution again, running at 1 hour and 1 minute. Lap 21, Darren Leadfoot currently leads as he goes in to the pits again for the 3rd time in 21 laps. It looks like Reb Meeker and Draftsky's out and Roadtesta is out as well, so we're losing more cars by the time that I last spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cars out of this race. 17 cars are gone out of the race. We only have 18 cars left, I believe. 18 cars left. 17 gone. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 official. Wow. We have 18 cars running in this race now from 35. I did not expect this at Daytona Beach. We are running at 1 hour and 2 minutes and we've already only got 18 cars left that are going to finish this race. So far we've got 18 laps left, 18 cars. What else is going to happen? Lightning McQueen will not be happy about that. He will be going straight over to the King and speaking about his nephew Cal, because he did get in the way, but it couldn't have been helped. Lightning McQueen may have been able to let off the gas a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. He is out. Bad start to the season for him and Ponchy Wipeout and Throttleman as well. It's a lot of the old guard in there. And a lot of rookies as well. Some I'm sure is a bit shaking up now. As you can see, Leadfoot still at the front. Mulvhill, who was on pole, is in second. In Ralph Carlo in third. So all three looking to get on the podium. Marcus is in fifth. iCar's in fourth, doing very well. iCar, considering he had such a bad pit stop the first time round. He seems to have picked it up and got back. Bobby Swift in 9. Everyone's eyes are on him. They say he is the rookie to beat this season. He is the favourite rookie. We shall see about that, because my eyes are still on Cal, even though he is out. I still believe that Cal Weathers will be the best rookie this season and get the rookie trophy. But other people say it's going to be Bobby Swift. So after a bit of a brief respite, I'm back. Went to get some chocolate out the fridge, not knowing that it wasn't mine, but luckily my partner, she has let me have it, so I'm very grateful. It's wet the whistle, a nice dairy milk duo. Very happy, very thankful for that. I do like my chocolate, and it does keep me going through these cautionary moments on track. As we know from past experience in this race, these cautions do go on for a fair while, and it is due to the fact that it is such a large track. 4 miles, 4.1 miles I believe. It's a very large track, but we are getting through it, guys. We are on lap 24, not long to go. We are nearly at the end. Who will win the first Piston Cup race of season 2? Okay, mate, see you later, Magnus. Have a good evening, and see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the Formula 1. So it would be nice to get this race underway and back on track. Looks like we're going to restart this on lap 26. Magnus is now gone. He will be back tomorrow for the Formula 1. I'm sure he's excited about that in Bahrain. Hopefully it's a bit more exciting than this race. I've got to apologise. The start race of the Piston Cup Season 2 is not led up to what I thought and what many thought it would lead to. As the pace car switches the lights off, we will restart on lap 26. But shockingly, we have had a very slow race today. We're on 18 cars left. I can imagine there will hopefully be no more cautions and we can get a race underway. Less cars on the track, less chances of crashes. But as we know, these guys at the front have been racing together all the way around. So maybe they will carry that on and maybe it will get a little bit hairy at some stage. We will restart on lap 26. That will give us exactly what... how many laps will that give us? That will give us 36, 10, 12. That will give us 14 laps of this race left. Let's hope they're 14 laps of pure speed. I've got a funny feeling the organisers next season will take this track off the schedule, but I wouldn't put it past them keeping it on. But they may be discussing it right this moment, maybe getting rid of this track for next season, as it's not what they expected for build-up wise. This is definitely not like the Daytona 500, that's for sure. As the pace car goes in, yellow flags go down, and we will have a green, and we will restart this race. And we hopefully will get to the end without any incidents. Fingers crossed. So as the cars come to the fourth turn, we're going to call it the fourth turn to start this race, or the third turn you could call it. As they come around, they will see that green flag. It will be waved and we will have a green, and they are back off. We are restarting on lap 26. Let's keep it safe, guys, and let's have a clean race. It really could be anyone's race, this. There's so many opportunities for this bunch at the front to take the lead, but Leadfoot is definitely doing a good job of it, but I still believe Mulvhill will win this race, pole to first place without a shadow of a doubt. But things change, and we don't know, he may not, but Leadfoot at the moment is the strongest driver, who is winning the lap race. Well, fastest lap is Todd Marcus in the 123 car. He had a lap of 1:46, which is incredible on this track. Now, I'm sorry, but you can't beat that sight. All them cars coming down that beach. It looks pretty awesome, you've got to admit. The seaside in the background as they come round, all safe and sound by the looks of things. Mulvhill goes wide, but still continues his trajectory. But Leadfoot still leading this race in that shiny wax car. But there are others close behind, all ready to pounce when needs be, when they are all ready to. This is a pretty sharp. Oh, and Ralph Carlo, I believe that is, going in to Darren Leadfoot there. Who was that? Yes, it was Ralph Carlo hitting Darren Leadfoot. Not good, but both saving themselves from embarrassment, not spinning out. Ralph Carlo backing off, giving Leadfoot a bit of a distance. But no, Ralph Carlo now looks like he's going to overtake Leadfoot and get that first spot. Do you know there's a potential we could actually end this race on a yellow? Because the way these guys are going at the front, they're literally dicing with death, you could say. Because one little touch, and as we've seen, they just spin out these cars very quickly. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video with friends and family, and don't forget to get people to subscribe. It is in your benefit to get people to subscribe. You will be put in with a chance to win some PC goodies, and I want to give them away, and I want to give them to you, to a winner, but I can't do that until we hit 1,000 subscribers. That is the deal. Hit 1,000 subscribers, there will be a randomised picking of a one person subscriber's name, and they will win the PC goodies. But I can't do it until we get to 1,000 subscribers, so share the hell out of these videos and my channel and get people subscribing, guys. As Leadfoot goes back in to the lead, lap 28 of 40. We have 12 laps to go. There is Bobby Swift, meant to be the king of the rookies this season. I don't think so. I still think it's going to be Cal, even though he's out. As we go straight line down the back straight, looking for slipstreams by the looks of things. And there is Brick Yardley, one of the rookies, in the lead. He will be very happy with that. He is fighting out with the legends of the sport, Leadfoot, Mulvhill and the iCar. He's fighting it with the big boys. Chick Hicks retired, unfortunately. Chick Hicks has retired, so has the King, and many others have retired from the Piston Cup, and we now have the new breed of rookies and a few of the old breed fighting it out for the new Piston Cup. Yes, he's retired, unfortunately, but we all get old, and one day we just have to give up the ghost. He had not a bad season, 5th, 6th last season, I think, just behind Lightning McQueen. But him and the King have definitely gone. They are now in the commentary box, but today they are sunning themselves on the beach. I must admit, I'm looking forward to these guys getting on the oval courses, the oval tracks. Ralph Carlo going in the pits there. Jackson Storm. Who's Jackson Storm? Is this a new race car that we've made up, or is he one of these next gen that they're all talking about in the pits? Apparently, Lightning McQueen's pretty worried that there's some new cars on the horizon, and maybe he will be getting pushed aside for a next gen car, but we don't know. It's just a rumour. This season, let's hope we don't see any next gens join the lineup. Darren Leadfoot leading the cars into that turn there. I think we'll call that turn 2, as that's turn 3, turn 4, turn 1, I believe, but we are on lap 30. The schedule is in the description. Bear with me. We are next at Auto Club We are at Auto Club for round 2. And then round 3 we're at Dover. Round 4 we're at Sonoma. 5 is Talladega. Hillside is round 6. Daytona, the real Daytona, is round 7. Round 8 we're in Miami for Homestead. Then it's down to Watkins Glen for round 9. Or up to Watkins Glen, I should say. Then we got Iowa, American Raceway, Daytona Road Course is round 12. Walt Disney, Texas 8 Bowl, and then Indianapolis to finish it all off. As Brick Yardley, the rookie, the new rookie, is showing us what he's all about as he's fighting out with these legends at the front. Is Brick Yardley going to be the best rookie of this season? Will he win the rookie trophy? Everyone's led to believe that it's going to be Bobby Swift. I believe it's going to be Cal Weathers, but this guy at the front is changing opinion rapidly. Brick Yardley, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new man of the moment. Look at him driving with these legends, 3 legends of the Piston Cup, and he is not letting it get to him at all. No pressure at all. Hillside is a track in it's a track that Papyrus made after this game come out. They released 3 tracks: Hillside, 8 Bowl, and another one. I think it's just called Papyrus, actually. They released 3 new tracks as Leadfoot and iCar go into the pits on lap 31. What is going on there? As it looks like Yardley is continuing, as is Mulvhill. Yes, it is one of the tracks released by Papyrus. It is an awesome track. Very short, bit like Dover and Bristol mixed into one. Lots and lots of cautions, I can imagine. Lots of crashing. But 8 Bowl is the best one. That's second to last. That is literally a figure of 8. But don't panic, they don't hit each other. The figure of 8 goes over the top and the other bit goes underneath. So, but the banking is extremely high and the speeds are extremely ridiculous. But this is the Piston Cup, and these cars will endeavour to hit high speeds as the rookie Brick Yardley is fighting it out for first place with Floyd Mulvhill, the legend from the last 15 seasons. Will he be retiring this season? Now, will Brick Yardley and Floyd go into the pits, or will they continue? Was there issues with Leadfoot and iCar's cars, or were they going in the pits for a reason? They've already been in the pits 3 times this race. Sort of wondering why they would need to go in again. And yes, they are. They are going into the pits. Brick Yardley and Floyd Mulvhill are both going in the pits, which means there should be a Leadfoot there. He is. He will now go past the pits. And there is the pits. And there we go. And you know, it's funny you say that, the guy, because I've just realised that. Is Brick Yardley on the lead lap? And it looks like he is not. He is not on the lead lap. My bad, as he goes off-roading by the looks of things. It is Darren Leadfoot who is, well, leading this race. Number 70, not leading this race. Well done, good spot. I did not spot that. See, this race has sent me to sleep. and I'm not concentrated. I do apologise extremely. Wow, did not see that coming. There is Brick Yardley. He is not the rookie that he is going to be as Darren Leadfoot leads the race with iCar in second, sorry, and we got Floyd Mulvhill, looks like is in third spot, iCar in second, Leadfoot in first. Good spot, the guy. I'm glad someone's paying attention. Maybe next time you will commentate for me, because you'll do a 1,000,000% better job. So lap 34 confirms that Brick Yardley is on a lap behind with Truncan, Krankzler, Roadages, Revler and Brakeston. 19 downwards are out. Lead lap is Highbanks, Tankson, Markus, Rodcap, Swift, Comet, Carlo, Clutchen, Mulvhill, Kargas, iCar and Leadfoot. Now Kargas is doing very well for a rookie. He is in third place, but I believe he's in fourth now once we go over the start-finish line. And yeah, of course, you should have a go at commentating. It'd be good. It'd be good fun. As Clutchen is in fifth, but once we go over the start-finish line, it will show to us where people are. There you go. Mulvhill is in second. Kargas is in third. iCar fourth. Carlo is in fifth. So Kargas is fighting it with the big boys today. So we're just over 1.5 hours into this race on lap 34, 6 to go. We are nearly at the end of this race. It's not been the most exciting, I've got to admit. The last few laps have been though, because we did find out that that number 24 car is not on the lead lap, thanks to one of the spectators. The guy, he's watching very, very closely, and he indeed is doing one of the best jobs on the circuit and being a good spotter. And he spotted that for me. Thank you very much, because I would not have spotted that probably until the end of the race. There's this 4 wide behind them. Leadfoot all on his own, looking like he will potentially win this race. Let's go behind and see what's going on. And Ralph Carlo stacking it. I did hear some screeching, and we have another yellow flag. We have another yellow flag, guys. Would like to know what went on with Carlo, so let's rewind and have a look. I think we will now end this race on a caution. Let's have a look. So they come round. They were 4 wide down the back straight, or the beach straight. iCar goes in to Kargas, the rookie. Kargas carries on. Carlo hits back in to the iCar. Not good at all. Not good at all for either of them cars, especially Kargas, the rookie. Will not be impressed by that, but that has bumped him up to second place. Another crash, man, another crash. These guys do love a mix-up of crashing. Mulvhill in third. Kargas will be very happy with that second. Will he pit though? As Leadfoot is in the lead. We are on lap. What lap are we on? We are on lap 35 of 40. I can imagine we will probably restart on 39, which means we've got a long way of a caution, of course, and which means we'll only have 2 laps of the race, which means now we have a caution, we may have a sprint between Leadfoot and Kargas and Mulvhill to the finish line, maybe. Will Brick Yardley get his lap back? That is a very good point. He is racing with the big boys. I know he is on the back lap, but you know, he is using his rookie status to make a mark on these guys. It's not like he's letting them get away, especially Leadfoot. He was racing Leadfoot, even though he shouldn't have been. So technically, he is he's showing his hand here. Just been very unfortunate with the way things are going. Will all these guys go in the pits? They've only just been in recently on lap 31. But I wouldn't put it past them. While they've got the chance, they might as well get some new tyres for them last 2 laps. They're probably going to need it, but they may not go in just yet. So it looks like Ralph Carlo went into the pits after that little crash, which means he's going to lose a lot of places now, unfortunately. He is one of the old guard, been around for a while, maybe another one who could potentially retire this season. And I think there is a lot of rumours going around about these guys retiring. And again, that rumour keeps coming up about some new sort of next generation cars being built. We've not heard or seen any truth in this, but names are being mentioned, and even spectators are mentioning certain names like Jackson Storm is being touted around. We don't know who this guy is, but maybe he is a potential NASCAR driver coming through the ranks at the lower levels, maybe. Now, I don't want to spoil the pace car's fun, but I think he might have a flat tyre. 2 flat tyres. Looks a bit worrying that. He might want to go and get that sorted. Oh no, it pumped itself back up. Oh no, it's gone back down again. It's one of them self-inflating tyres by the looks of things. Look, goes up, goes down, and oh, really flat this time. We're touching wheel now. Oh no, it's going to go back up again. And we're going into the sand, and yeah, that's really not going to help your wheel, man. I like how the tyres go white though, that's pretty clever. Does that bloke in that pace car look like Dale Earnhardt? Looks like he's got a moustache, he's got the sunglasses. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind a set of them flashing lights on my car, you know. I think that look pretty awesome. A few strobes going down the road. How long would it take me to get pulled over by the police, do you reckon? So, have you had any thoughts about tracks for the Nations Cup for next season, or how many rounds we're going to do? I did think maybe 16 like this one. I think 16 is quite a good number. It's not too long, it's not too short. Obviously they've got to be real life tracks for the Nations Cup, whereas the Piston Cup we can do a bit of real and fantasy, because you know it is fantasy, the Piston Cup. But the Nations Cup could be real, so I'd like to keep that real. So yeah, if you've got any ideas of tracks you'd like to see or rounds you'd like to see, we're going to do it at 40%. We're doing this Piston Cup at 40%, making it a little bit longer. As you can tell, this race has gone on a lot longer, only because of the amount of cautions we've had. 16 races, yeah, I think that's a good amount. Hello Brian, how are you this evening? We're just chatting about the Nations Cup next season and how many races we should do. Canadian Tire, now that's an interesting one, yeah. I have thought about that. Canadian Tire and Road Americas as well. Laguna Seca. Not sure what people think about road tracks, road courses. If they prefer half and half, maybe 8 ovals and 8 road courses, or you know, what are you guys thinking for the Nations Cup? If you go into the description of this, you'll know that all these rounds have been sorted now, so we can't really change that. But for one thing I do know, we will not be putting Daytona Beach on, because it's been a very slow race. That's all I'm going to say. Road America, yeah, definitely a good one. Then I also thought about maybe, as it's the Nations Cup, maybe having a couple of races around the world. What do you think about that? Like maybe, I don't know, somewhere in Japan, like Suzuka, or Le Mans in France, or the Hungaroring, or Nuremberg Ring, or you know, anywhere like that really. Nuremberg Ring, Silverstone. I was Indy Road Course, yeah. Just plays, you know, just something different, just to mix it up a little bit. 16 races, but 8 of them I think should be a bit different. 8 ovals especially. Oh no, I have loads of time, mate. Just never have a time to chat. That's the problem. The best time to get me is either on here or give me a message. Definitely give me a message. What sort of sim are you looking at? We're all here to help, mate. I've got to confess, I do commit myself to a lot of stuff. I am doing some artwork for an NR2003 online season. I'm not taking part in it, I'm just doing the artwork for it. I've also got another league that I'm thinking about doing myself. 2 leagues actually. The A1 Grand Prix I'd like to do, and I'd like to do a superhero league, so like Batman, Catwoman, stuff like that. So yeah, I do commit myself a lot. So yeah, I am busy, but I'm never too busy to talk about, you know, something you want to do, especially a sim. Definitely love to get involved, help where I can. Obviously I don't want to take over because it's your thing, but you know, just you know, message me. I'm better off to be messaged than called, because I'm useless at answering phone calls. I miss them all the time. Just message me and then I'll definitely get back to you then. So it looks like we are going to finish this race on a caution, I believe. He will turn his lights off on lap 38. Well, 39 he'll turn them off. He won't go in until 40, so it will be a last lap sprint, I believe. Not too sure, but we'll see. Yeah, a superhero league. If you look at the Manx 2019 mod, if you've got it of course, you go into the cars there is 10 superhero cars in there. I think the Joker's in there, Harley Quinn, Batman, Superman. There's a few more as well, but there's 10 of them, and I'd like to do a little championship with them, but all on made up tracks, you know, like silly tracks, something that you'd never see, out of this world tracks. But I'm not sure, because I need to find the tracks. I'd like to use Fiji, but that doesn't work anymore. I'd like to use Rainbow Road, that doesn't work anymore. So yeah, it's going to have to be, we're going to have to find some tracks for that, just especially for that championship, because I don't really want to put the Joker on Daytona. That'd just be silly, wouldn't it? But yeah, there is superheroes. If you go into the Manx mod 2019, there are 10 DC comic cars in there, which is pretty cool. Yeah, no worries. Just that's not a problem, Brian. You want to set up a championship? Easily done. Do you have the NR2003 season editor? Because I can send that over to you if you don't have that. And also, do you have N ratings? That's a good one to get as well to set up a championship, because then you can rate all the cars over a season. So you could go to the NASCAR 2019 season, the real life one, and get all the ratings and put them into your championship, so that's all sort of averaged out over the season, so all the cars makes the cars more competitive. The editor's good because then you can choose which tracks you want throughout the season, as long as you've got them in your mod, in the track folder, of course. Now the problem with the editor is you can have 16 races, for instance, like this one. If you take one of them tracks out of your track folder, it messes up the editor. So when you go back into the editor, maybe change a few things, it completely messes it up. You know, it's one of them things. Don't, once you've committed to the league, keep it that way. Don't delete any of the tracks you're going to use, because it does really mess about with the INI file for some reason. I've learnt the hard way. So yeah, if you're going to have a league, say you're going to have 20 races, for instance, right? Write them down, go through them all, and make sure you want them tracks in it. What league are you doing? Are you doing it online, offline? Are you going to use NASCARs, you know, from this era, or from the 70s, from the 60s? What are you sort of looking at doing? I am jabbering on again because I'm bored. Because the pace car has now turned his lights off, which means we will start lap 40 on a green, and it will be a race to the finish line, a literal sprint to the finish line. Leadfoot, I believe, is going to win this. I'll message you later on Discord, Brian. I won't call you or anything, it's a bit late here. Kids are in bed, but I'll message you and we'll have a talk about it, no problem at all. That's a good point. I'll message you on Discord. It'll make a lot more sense. As the pace car comes in, we are now going to sprint to the finish line and start lap 40 of this first round of the Piston Cup. We have been running for an hour and 49 minutes. It's been a long race, and I am not going to lie to you guys. I will be happy to get this one over and done with. It's been stop-start the whole way. I feel like none of these cars have actually done a proper race today, and I've got to say I do feel sorry for them, and I feel sorry for people watching. It's been very slow, but this sprint to the finish line may excite a few of us and get the old blood curdling. Let's take a look and watch out. Just a bit of advice, Brian. I wouldn't use this track in your championship. Oh my god. It's got some issues in it. So yellow flag goes in, green flag will come out. Will we have a rookie of Kargas, or will we have the old guard winning this race? Lap 40 starts, green flag, and they are off to start this last lap. Shiny Wax Leadfoot leading this race. Mulvhill is on pole, is now in third. iCar in fourth. We have the rookie Kargas in third, and we have Brick Yardley, who's in 13th place, not included in this race or this sprint to the start finish line. As you can see, they are all sticking in line. I think they will start to move about once we get to the beach. The back group seem to be moving left, right and centre. Worries me a bit because one slightest move and we will have another yellow card as Mulvhill goes on the inside of Kargas. Brick Yardley slowing Kargas and Mulvhill down. Kargas, maybe his rookie-ness slowed him down a bit there. No experience, but as Mulvhill with the experience and Leadfoot, both from the old guard coming down this back straight, racing or sprinting to the finish line. Brick Yardley has nothing to do with this. Erase him from your memory. He is not involved in this sprint, but that man in front is Leadfoot. Darren Leadfoot is leading this race. He is doing extraordinarily well. Will he win his first race of the Piston Cup season? Will this stand him in good deed as Ralph Carlo goes in the pits on the last lap? He is giving it in. He is throwing the towel in. He is no longer interested as Darren Leadfoot comes to the turn to take the checkered flag. The checkered flag for the first round of the Piston Cup Season 2. And we have a rookie taking second place. A rookie taking second place. Kargas gets second on his first time out as a pro. Mulvhill in third. iCar in fourth. Not the race I expected, but ending was a lot better than the rest of it. So there you go, Darren Leadfoot winning with an average 93 miles an hour. Not surprised the amount of cautions we had. I'm surprised they even got to 60 miles an hour, to be honest. Kargas, what a race for the rookie in second. Number 3, third place on the podium is Mulvhill, who started on pole. So staying in the top 3, and the podium is very good. iCar in 4th, Clutchburn in 5th, Bobby Swift, another rookie, in 6th place. Comet in 7th, who started last on the grid. Tankson in 8th, Marcus in 9th, Highbanks in 10th, and Ralph Carlo finishing in 11th, throwing the towel in early. Brick Yardley 1 lap down, as is Truncan, Brakeston, Roadages, Krankzler and Revler plus Rodcap finishing off the back markers. The rest of them are out. Roadtesta, Meeker, Draftsky and others all out of the race. We lost them all at once in the big one, as they call it, as the cars come in to their pit stops. Shiny Wax Darren Leadfoot will be going to the winner's circle, and he will be pulling some burnouts. I am sure he'll be very happy to win the first race of the season, but now the eyes are on him, and not only are they on him, they are on Kargas as well. The rookie has done very, very well, starting at the back of the grid nearly, finishing second place. So there you have it, and next up is Auto Club by the looks of things. Auto Club is the next race up. Let's go to the standings then, and as you can see, Leadfoot is top, and it looks like he got the bonus points for the amount of laps led. 185 points. Kargas in second, brilliant for a rookie, very good. Mulvhill in third, and of course bottom of the league we have Clutchen, Locke and Buck Bearingly, who spun out at the beginning of that race. Cal Weathers down in 22nd. His uncle, the King, will not be impressed at all by that. So let's go to the event itself and look at the results. So there you go. Darren Leadfoot led for 22 laps. Mulvhill led for 6. Roadages led for 5th. D'Agostino led for 4. Carlo led for 2. And Throttleman for 1 lap. D'Agostino and Throttleman both retiring from the race. Unfortunately, Leadfoot started in 4th. Kargas started in 31st. See you tomorrow, Guy. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, Brian. And the other watcher, who I don't know, he won't reveal himself. But thank you also for watching. Take care of yourself, guys, and keep safe. Yes, so Mulvhill started in 1st. He finished in 3rd. iCar started in 3rd. Finished in 4th. Clutchburn finished in the same place he started. Very, very good. So there you have it, guys. The first race of the season. We had 4 cautions, 20 laps of 40. So we only raced for 20 laps, guys. We had 14 lead changes between 6 drivers. Absolutely incredible. So next up is Auto Club, and that will be on Monday at 9 PM. As you can see, we are at Auto Club Speedway. Tomorrow it's the Formula 1 Championship Round 2. We are in Bahrain, and we are going to see if Lewis Hamilton can win again after his great win last week, with 11 cars only finishing last week. I hope you can tune in, guys. Tomorrow night it's going to be an epic one. And I hope you're also going to keep safe and well, and keep away from these people that are got the coronavirus. It's very, very sad, and I hope everyone is keeping safe and keeping their distance. Not good times at the moment for anyone in the world. So on that note, I am going to leave you all and see you tomorrow night. So thanks. Like, share and subscribe. You know how it works. You know the rule. You know the puppy. Have a good night, guys. Sleep well. Enjoy. Take care.